Hello students. This video contains explanation of the same chapter, simultaneous linear equations in two variables. Okay, and here we will discuss all the three methods, where to apply substitution method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method. First of all, before we begin, simultaneous linear equations in two variables. It is an equation where there are two variables and linear, therefore the degree will be 1. And linear equation, the graph of a linear equation always represents a straight line. Okay, so now we will begin with substitution method. I have chosen question number 21 from exercise 5a. So the question is, if 2x plus y equals to 35, this is one equation, and 3x plus 4y equal to 65, find the value of x by y. Now in this question, why I have chosen, I will use substitution method. You can use elimination, you can use cross multiplication, but substitution I have used because here I can see y has no coefficient. Okay, the variable y has no coefficient. If you see an equation with any of the variable without any coefficient, then you can use substitution. It becomes convenient. For example, suppose if I take another set of example equations, like suppose here x plus y equals to 5, then x minus y is equals to 3. In this equation also you can see the variables are without coefficients, so you can substitute in the find the value of the variable which is without coefficients. So from equation 1, this is my equation, I number it as 1 and this is 2. Now what I can do, I can write equation 1 again. From equation 1 I can write it 2x plus y equals to 35. See, I can find the value of x also from here. It is 35 minus y by 2, but you can see there is a 2 in the denominator. It becomes a fraction, so I will not choose that. Okay, instead I will choose that variable which has no coefficients. So I will take y here. So this is what you should also do. Always choose the variable without the coefficient while applying for substitution method. So here y is equals to how much? 35 minus 2x. So now you can see there is no fraction in it. It looks simple. Okay, now you can mark this as equation 3, or you can leave it like this and then just substituting or putting whatever word you can use. Okay, substituting, I'm using substituting. So substituting y equals to how much? 35 minus 2x in which equation? In equation 2, because we have found out this value from 1, so I will substitute in 2. Now again, why I did not choose equation 2 for the first step? Because see here, x also has coefficient 3 and y also has coefficient 4. That's why I did not choose. I chose the first equation where y is without the variable, without the coefficients. So now in equation 2, so here instead of y we will place, now how? Let me write the equation 2. Equation 2 is 3x plus 4. Now there is y, right? In place of y, what you are going to do? We will put the value of 30. We will put the value 35 minus 2x. So 3x plus 4. Since there are 2, it is a binomial, so we will put a bracket. Otherwise it may go wrong. Is equals to how much? 35. Now it becomes a simple equation. It will be 3x plus 4, 35. So it will be how much? 140. 140. 4 5s are 20, 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 2 14. Again, now what I have seen is that most of you multiply with the first term, and with the second term you don't multiply, but you need to multiply with the second term also, because this 4, there is a bracket and this 4 is multiplied to both the terms. So first you multiply 4 35s are 140, then you multiply 4 2s are 8, it becomes 8x equals to 35. Now what do we need to find is x. So the variable part we will keep it on the left hand side, and the numbers we will take it to the shift to the right hand side. Okay, now this transposition, you know, the plus minus sign gets cancelled. I mean it changes. So here it will be 3x minus 8x if I keep the variables to the left, and 35 if I take 140 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 140. Then 3x minus 8x is minus 5x, and here 35 minus 140, 10 minus 5 is 5, then here it is 13 minus 3 is 10. And this will be negative because the negative number is bigger. So negative negative get cancelled from both sides. So the value of x will be 105 divided by 5. Now in this case here 5 is multiplied to x, so if it goes to the other side it becomes division. Division becomes multiplication, and multiplication becomes division when you take it to the other side. Okay, likewise plus becomes minus and minus becomes plus. So now if you cancel this, it will be 21. So therefore x equals to 21. From here you can find the value of x. The value of x is equals to 21. Now we know the value of x. Now this value of x equals to 21, I can put it here. Okay, so putting x equals to 21 in which equation? So that's what we did not number it, so let us number it now. 3 in 3 in 3. So here y will be, we will get the value of y directly. 35 minus 2 into 21. I hope you are getting me. Is it? Am I doing something wrong? 5x 521, 35 minus 2x. Let me check the values once again. Y equals to 35 minus x, and here 35 minus 2x. Yes, this was the value. The question, it was 65 when it was written here 35. So this we need to change a little bit the values. Okay, so it will not be 21. It was 1, it was 65. Look here, it is 65 here. It is 65, so it will be equal to 6. So while writing the values also you must be very careful. Okay, because you will solve it correctly, but because of copying the wrong question, so always be mindful about it. This is what some of you do, so this should not happen, right? Otherwise your entire question goes wrong. Okay, so let us find the value of x. So it will be 65 here, then it becomes 65 minus 140. Now 65 minus 140 is how much? 10 minus 5 is 5, 13 minus 6 is 75. So it will be negative 75, negative negative get cancelled. So x will be 75 by 5, that will be 5 ones are 5 and 5 fives are 25. So now x equals to how much we got? We got 15. So if I put x equals to 15, so it will be y equals to 35 minus 2 multiplied by 15. So 35 minus 2 multiplied by 15 is 30. So y is equals to 5. But what was the requirement? Did they ask us only value of x and y? No. The question was find the value of x by y. So again, this thing you need to be very careful about. I mean, read the questions carefully. Read it till the end. What is actually the question is asking you. Okay. So if you know what you need to find, then you will definitely be about to find, because you know the procedures. Okay, and so find the value of x by y. Now what is x by y? Let us write. Then x by y will be, put the value of x. What is x? It is 15. What is y? 5. So I think you can cancel, so it becomes 3. Therefore x by y will be equals to 3. Okay, this is the answer. I hope this question is clear, and the method of elimination. So what we have learned here is method of elimination, I mean substitution. We will use only in those type of questions where we see that variables are without any coefficients. Okay, that will be the best thing to be. It's like variables without coefficients. If there are variables without coefficients, there you use substitution method. It will not become complicated. But if there are variables with coefficients, then try to avoid this substitution method. So it's elimination. Now let us come to some examples, some type of questions where you can use substitution method. For example, you can use in this equation also. P is equals to 2q minus 1, and then q equals to 5 minus 3q. This is question number 4 from your book, and this one is question number 2 from your book. All these you can see here the variables are without coefficients. Even one variable is enough. For example, again you have equation like question number 6. There is an equation where which is x plus 3y equals to 5. Then here it is given 3x minus y equals to 5. Here you can see x is without coefficient, and here also y is without coefficient. So from any one of the equation you can find either, if you choose equation 1, you can take the value of x equals to 5 minus 3y. If you take equation 2, then you can choose here 3x minus 5 equals to y. Okay, this way you can use substitution method in this type of questions. But just note, where there are variables without coefficients, it will serve your purpose easily. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now if I go to another question, now let us choose this question. 9x plus 4y, this is question number 5 from your book, exercise 5a. 9x plus 4y equals to 5 comma 4x minus 5y equals to 9. In this, see, we have learned substitution method, but in substitution method what I say, we will use it if the variables has no coefficients. But here you can see the variables has coefficients, x as 9 and y as 4. Here also x as 4, y as 5. So here we will not apply substitution method. I suggest you also, if the variables have coefficients, numbers, don't try to use elimination method. Okay, try to use elimination. Why? In elimination, what is elimination? Elimination means to eliminate or to reduce or to delete something, right? Elimination method. Okay, in elimination method, what you are going to do, where we will use this, where the variables have coefficients, variables with coefficients. But how we will look, one thing, the coefficient should not be much bigger numbers. We will try. Okay, now in this case what we do, suppose I want to eliminate x. Okay, any one variable, you can, any one variable. Okay, this is my equation 1 and this is my equation 2. You can choose either y or you can choose x. Both the way the process will remain the same. So what you need to do is, you need to know that in elimination, the variable which you choose to eliminate, suppose I am eliminating x, I want to eliminating x from equation 1 and 2. Okay, so my first necessary thing is that I need to do is the make the coefficients same, make the coefficients same. Now how can I make the coefficients same? Here 9 and 4, right? So you have learned LCM. So if I find the LCM of 9 and 4, I get 36. If I get if I know how to find the LCM of 9 and 4 is 36. So Here equation 1, in order to make the value of x, coefficient of x 36, I have to multiply it by 4. Okay, so equation 1 multiplied by 4. So what we get here, 9 4s are 36x. What is this? 4 4s are 16y. Again 5 4s are so 20. So one thing you need to remind you need to be mindful about this, students, is that you have to multiply this, the number 4, to each term of the equation. Okay, now equation 2, also the value of a coefficient of x must be 36. So for how much is 36? It is 9. 4 9s are 36. So here we will multiply the entire equation by 9. Okay, so it becomes 36x. Then here it will be 9 5s are 45 minus 45y, and this will be 9 9s are 81. Okay, I hope till here it is clear. So first step is done. First step was choosing any of the variable. We have chosen x, and then next step was make the coefficients same, right? So here this is also 36, this is also 36. Now I can eliminate. Now if I now see here, the thing to be is that both are positive, both are positive, so the two positive will never get cancelled, so we need to subtract. The sign should always be opposite. So if we put a minus sign here, this minus sign will affect all the three terms in the equation. So this here I apply minus sign, then what happens if I put a minus negative sign, then this here it is negative, so negative negative will become positive. Again here it will become negative. Okay, so now what I got to do is, now 20 minus 81 is minus 61. Again 36x minus 36x which get cancelled. Okay, so you can cancel 36x, it will get cancelled, and this 16 plus 45, now 45 is no longer negative, it has become positive because of the negative sign. So 16 plus 45 is 61y. Okay, so here y will be equals to minus 61 by 61, that is equals to negative 1. So students, you see, elimination method is very simple and convenient to use. Okay, you can use it. So y equals to minus 1. Now next part, no need to use elimination. Again, just put the value of y in any one of the equation and you will get the value of x. Okay, just put the value of it. So putting y equal to minus 1 in equation, any one equation you can put. Simple. Let us take equation 1 only. So in equation 1 we have 9x plus 4y. Now in place of y I will write a minus 1 equals to 5. So I get 9x minus 4 is equals to 5. So here what you get, 9x is equals to 9, then x will be equals to 9 by 9, that is equals to 1. So elimination method, in elimination method, the questions that we can choose for elimination is that the variables with coefficients, with different coefficients we can choose. Again, the next step will be make the coefficients same. First find any one value, then the next value, next variable, you can just find it by putting the value of the previous one. Okay, I hope this will serve the purpose. And some questions where you can use a elimination method, for example, in almost all the equations you can use actually elimination method there is, but substitution you need to be careful about. Substitution method, as I have mentioned you, it's like always choose variables without coefficients. where there are variables in no coefficients. Okay, there you apply substitution. It will make it easier. Okay, and questions where you can use elimination is almost in all the questions. Now let us go to questions where we need to reduce the equations. First we need to make them linear equations. After that we can solve it. Okay, let us take an equation. Question number 12 from your book. There is x by 2. Okay, I'll do question number 12. Number 2, it is x by 4 minus 3 is equals to y by 6. X by 5 minus y by 2 is equal to 0. These are the equations. So before I number them, let me write it in a proper way. X by 4 minus y by 6 equals to 3. And this equation, let me simplify it a little more. So in this case, first just take the LCM. 6 4s are 24. Is it 6 4s are 24? What is the LCM of 6 and 4? It is 12. Okay, LCM of 6 and 4 is 12. I hope you all remember this. So if it is 12, then 4 3s are 12. Here will be 3x, and 6 2s are 12. Here will be 2y. So 3. So your equation reduces to 3x minus 2y is equals to 3 multiplied by 12. This 12 will be multiplied to 3 and it becomes 36. Now you number the equation as equation 1, and this equation also you reduce it to some extent. Okay, just keep it neat and tidy. So this equation, you know, the LCM will be 10 because both are prime numbers. So here will be 2x minus 5y is equals to 0, right? So 10, if it goes to the other side, it will become 0 multiplied by 10 is 10, right? No, it's 0. So 2x minus 5y is equal to 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Anything, if a 0 is divided by any number, that is also equals to 0. 0 divided by x equals to 0. 0 multiplied by x equals to 0. And x divided by 0 not defined. Okay. So now we have two equations. Okay, now the equations look familiar to us as we have done in earlier question. It is like it is in the proper form. So you can apply elimination method here. Apply your elimination method. So elimination method, if I go for here, if I apply here, then it becomes what is here? Here is 3, here is 2. I want to eliminate x. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to find the LCM. 3 LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So equation 1, I'm going to multiply it with 2 so that the coefficient of x become 6. So it will be 6x minus 4y minus 36 multiplied by 2 is 72. 2. Equation 2 you will multiply by 3. Why 3? Because our target is to eliminate x. Oh, I forgot to write eliminating x from 1 and 2, right? So equation 2, I'll multiply 3, then it becomes 6x minus 5 3s are 15y is equals to 0 multiplied by 3 is how much? 3, right? No, it's 0. So don't multiply. Now see here the coefficient of x, both the x, this is positive, this is also positive. Again, when the signs are same, we will always subtract, and when the signs are opposite, then we can add in elimination process. So here in this case, what you are going to do, you're going to put a minus and minus, and here this becomes minus, minus will become plus, and here minus 0. So what you get here is 72 minus 0 is 72, then 6x get cancelled, minus 4y plus 15y, that means 15 minus 4, that will be 9y. So y equals to how much? 72 by 9. So now y equals to 8. So you see, we have found a value of y. Y equals to a. Is it something wrong? Let's check the equation once. 12 2x by 4 minus 3 equals to y by 6. Then oh, I have chosen two different equations. Okay, no matter, let us not make it equation 2, let us make it a different equation. It's okay. If now this is not your equation 2, I have chosen two different equations from two equations, so make it as an example extra. Okay, so here y equals to 8. Now putting y equal to 8 in any one of the equation, in equation 1 or 2 you can put. Okay, so if I choose equation 1, putting y equal to 8 in equation 1, then what happens? My equation becomes 3x minus 2 into 8 equals to 36. So what I get here, 3x equals to 36 plus 16. So it is 3x, 36 plus 16 is 6 plus 6 is 12, 3 plus 1 is 4, there is 52, and x will be a fraction. X is coming as a fraction, that is 52 by 3. We cannot reduce it. So therefore x equals to 52 by 3 and y equals to 8. Now what happens in this question, what you have observed is that the thing that needs to be noted about this question is that, see, these questions were in the form of fractions, right? So students, what you need to do, first you need to simplify it and make it in a simple form so that you can apply the methods easily. Okay, and those who don't want to simplify, instead you want to solve it in the form of fractions only by elimination, you can go ahead, but it's always better to keep it simple. Okay, so first simplify the equations in this forms I have done, and then choose elimination method, because the variables have coefficients in both the equations, you can see. So go for elimination method, and using elimination I have found out the value of one variable, and then that the value I have put it in any one of the equation, and I got the other. I hope this is clear. Now let us choose equations reducible. Equations reducible is like we will be using one more variables. So let me choose equation number 13. In question number 13, what we have is question number 13. Let me choose equation 2. 1 we have already in the class, 2 we can do. 13 2. 13 2 is 1 by 7x plus 1 by 6y equals to 3. This is my equation 1. And 1 by 2x minus 1 by 3y equals to 5. This is equation 2. Now you see in all the other equations, if you see your variables were, you can see the other equations. As you can see in the other equations, your variables are always in the numerator hand side, always in the numerators. As you can see this equation, this here also you can see the variables are in the numerator. There is nothing in the denominators, no variables were there in the denominators. But in this question you can see the variables are in the denominator. So these questions, now this is not in the form of a linear equation. First we need to make it a linear equation, then only we can solve it. Why it is not a linear equation? Because here the degree is not 1 and degree cannot be negative, right? Why degree is not 1? Degree is not 1 because 1 by x is how 1 by x, we know, if we remember exponents, it is 1 by x is equal to x to the power minus 1. Now degree, we know it cannot be negative, right? It cannot be a fraction, it has to be a whole number. So for this reason we need to reduce these equations to linear equation. So how to reduce it? Now for that we will consider 1 by x. Let 1 by x be, we will take a variable. Suppose we take a and let 1 by y equals to b. Now equation 1 and 2 reduces to what? See 1 by x, if I ignore the 7, 1 by x is what? A. So in place of 1 by x I will write here a, and what is there below? 7 is already there, so it will become a by 7, and this will become b by 6 is equals to 3. Now here it does not end, just like the previous equation we will first find the LCM and simplify it a bit. So it becomes 7 and 6, they have common factor only 1, so their LCM will be multiplication of the both. So 7 6 are 42, so it will be 6a plus 7b is equals to by 42 equals to 3. So 6a plus 7b will be 3 multiplied by 42, that is 1 2 6. This is your, now this equation you can number it as equation 3. And equation 2, how will it become? It becomes, yes, it is a by 2 minus b by 3 is equal to 5. So if you take the LCM here, the LCM will be 6. Again these two are prime numbers, 2 and 3, so your LCM will be 6. So what happens here? 3a minus 2b is equal to 5. So 3a minus 2b is equal to 5 6 are 30. Now this equation, now you can see both the equations are linear equations because their degree is 1, and you can solve it now. Okay, so this is equation 4. Now in this question I would like to bring in the cross multiplication method. I hope elimination method, see here we are not applying substitution method, because you can see, as I have already mentioned, there are variables in this. You can see, I mean sorry, the variables has coefficients. Here a has coefficient 6, b has coefficient 7. In this equation also a has coefficient 3 and b has coefficient 2. So I will try to avoid substitution method. Instead I will go for either elimination, or because in elimination also we can make the coefficient same, or I will go for cross multiplication method. Okay, we have learned elimination method, let us learn cross multiplication method now. Okay, so in cross multiplication method, what the idea is, like, you can remember the formula, there is a big formula there, but instead, if you make it simple for cross multiplication things you need to remember is make it in standard form. Make the equations in standard form. Now standard form of a linear equation is in this form: ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. This is the standard form. Here C is the constant term. This in this equation C is 126. So what you need to write in if you use cross multiplication method, we will always keep the right hand side equal to 0. That means all the terms we will keep it on the left hand side. So this equation, if you arrange it in standard form, you will write it as 6a plus 7b minus 126 is equal to 0. Okay, now before I have numbered it as 3, I will not number it here, I will number it here because this is what I will use. So I'll number it here instead of there. So this equation will become 3a minus 2b minus 30 is equal to 0. So this is your equation 4. Okay, now again, before applying cross multiplication method, first we will try to write the coefficients in this column form x, y, and for the constant I will use 1. Okay, so in place of what are the coefficients? So yes, one more thing to be noticed here. Here our variables are a and b, not x and y. Although the original question was in the form of x and y, our variables are a and b. So we are not writing here x and y. Instead we will write here exactly what is there in the equation, a and b. So coefficients of a are in both the equations. It is 6 and here it is 3. See, while writing the coefficients, you need to be very much mindful about it. Look at the negative sign, look at the positive side, okay? And lot of attention is required in solving the problem, because solving a linear equation in two variables, that two equations reducible, will consume some time, okay? And your time management is very important during examination. You cannot just waste your time by copying the question wrongly or forgetting to take a negative sign. Okay, so you have to be very much careful while solving it. So coefficients of b is 7 and this is minus 2. Again the constant terms are here, minus 126, this is such a big term, and then it is minus 30. Okay, so now using cross multiplication method, I will write here using cross multiplication method. Using cross multiplication method, you need to know the cross multiplication method. This is very important, one of the, sometimes the board directly mentions, so note it. Elimination is necessary, it is applicable to all the sums. Again, cross multiplication, they specify. So using cross multiplication method, we are going to find the value of a and b. So we'll write it like this, a by b equals to, for the constant we are putting a 1. Don't write c, don't get carried away and just write a b c, or just put here x y and anything else. Okay, we know we are dealing with equations where a and b is there now, so we will write here a and here we'll write b and here we'll write 1. So a by, so when we write a, then we will not use this, we will use this 2, the remaining 2, that is we will write exactly as it is, 7 minus 2 minus 126 minus 30, right? Now come to b. When it comes to b, we will not use the coefficients of b at all. We will write the coefficients of a and the constants. So you will not change the alignment, you will just write as it is. Which comes first, you will write in the first column, and which comes second, you will come in this, you will write in the second column. Okay, no need to interchange it. Now when it comes to the constant term, in constant term you will not write this, the numbers below 1 you will not write. What you will write is 6 3 7 minus 2. Now in this case we will go from top to bottom. Okay, use only one arrow, don't use multiple arrows, it will create confusion. So we will use only one arrow. First we descend, then we go up, and then we go down. Okay, one more thing that you can use is that if you choose all the alignments downward, if you want to choose all the alignments downward, okay, from top to bottom, then you have to put a negative sign here. Just remember this, don't forget this. You can use this, or I'll write both for you. A by 7 minus 2 minus 126 minus 30 to B by 6 3 minus 126 minus 30, so 1 by 6 3 7 minus 2. So if you are not using a negative sign, then descend, ascend, again descend. So it's that descend, ascend, and descend, right? Now what comes next? I'll prefer this instead of the first one. You choose your one. Okay, I'm using this, I prefer this. Okay, so it's up to you which one you choose, but if you choose all descend, then you have to put a negative sign here in the middlemost variable. Now how to begin with this? We have give an imply sign a by. Now why I have given one arrow? This arrow signifies that we will multiply these two terms first. The numbers which are connected by an arrow will be multiplied first. So here I am multiplying 7 multiplied by minus 30. Okay, then the numbers where there are no arrows will be multiplied second. So I'm multiplying minus 2 multiplied by minus 126. Now from the formula directly we will a negative sign will come in between. So this negative sign is mandatory for each. For B it will be 3 multiplied by minus 126, then it is 6 into minus 30. There will be a negative sign from the formula. Again this negative sign, please don't forget to put this negative sign here, otherwise your entire effort will be wasted. 1 by 6 2s are now 6 minus 2, then 7 multiplied by 3, and in between there will be a negative sign from the formula. Now if you simplify this, you get 7 30s are minus 21, 7 3s are 21, right? So there will be a 0 again, so it will be minus 2 1 0. Now in this case there are three negatives, and minus minus plus, plus minus minus, so minus will be here. So if you multiply this, it will be 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 1s are 2, 1 210 minus 252. Okay. Now B, if I go for B, 326, 3 multiplied by 126. Okay. 3 6 are 18, 3 to the 6 7, and this 3 minus 378, and this will be plus 6 3 is 180. Then here 6 2s are minus 12 and this will be minus 21. You can see a will be equals to how much? If you add it, negative negative, both are negative, so we can add, but the sign will remain as negative, so it will be 462. And here b is equals to 8 minus 0, 1 is negative, 1 is positive, so we will find the difference. So 378 minus 180 will be, it will be 378 180. We will find the difference. It will be 8 minus 0 is 8, 7 minus 8 is 17 minus 8 is 9, 2 minus 1 is 198. Now 198 will be negative because the bigger number is negative, and this will be 1 by let us add it, it will be 33. It will be 33 if I am not wrong. It is 33 minus 33. Now you can see there are negative signs in all the things. Now next step, you need to be careful now how to proceed with this. Okay, so here what you need to do is equate it with this, with the constant, then only will be able to find the variables. So it will be a by minus 462 is equals to 1 by minus 33. So a will be 462 by 33. So let's divide and see. 462 by 33, 33 ones are 33, 6 minus 3 is 3, 2 132. So 433 4s are 132. That means this will be 14. A is equals to 14. Now what is the value of x? What is the value of a? Actually a, now we have reduced a for something. If we go to the previous, our a was 1 by x. Our a was 1 by x. If you see here, if you go back, you can see here a is 1 by x. So our target is to find the value of x, not only a. So we will not end the question in finding the value of a and b only. We have to find x. So again we have to be very mindful about it. Okay, we cannot get carried away. So a is what? We will replace it here only. A is 1 by x equals to 14. Now if you reciprocal this, see every whole number has a denominator 1. No need to write the 1. We don't write, but there is a 1. So if I reciprocal x, then x will be equals to 1 by 14. For example, if x would have been, if 1 by x equals to, I would have got here like 2 by 3. Then x will become 3 by 2. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Now, so x I have got. Again, now we need to find b. So b by minus 198 equals to 1 by minus 33. So b will be equals to minus 198 by minus 33. Negative negative get cancelled. So let us divide again. See children, don't wait to divide. Don't try if you are not getting able to get the answer quickly. Just instantly write at the side, make a rough column and then divide it immediately. It saves a lot of time. So 33 how much now? There is 8 here. So 33 6 times. 3 6 are 18. 3 6 are 18. It becomes 19. So it is 6. So b is equal to 6. Now what is a b? Is 1 by y. So y will be how much? It will become reciprocal of 6, that is 1 by 6. Okay, thus we have found a value of x and y, although the equations were not linear equations in two variables. So what we have done in this entire equation is that first we have converted these equations to linear equations, and in doing so we have substituted the variables by some suitable variables, and then the equation was reduced and formed and we made it in a linear equation. And then we have applied cross multiplication here But before making it using cross multiplication, the most necessary thing to do is make the equation in standard form. I mean, write the equations in standard form. And your standard form is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. After that, write the coefficients in this form, then this one in this form, and then you take the values from there, apply any one of the following methods. I mean, any one of the following arrangement you can take. This is arrangement 1, this is arrangement 2. I will go for arrangement 2. You may choose 1 also, it's up to you. And then at the end, you will not end the question by just finding the value of a and b, but you will also find the original value of the original variables. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us go to another question of different type. Okay, a different type of question where you need to again reduce to linear equations into variables. Okay, why do we need that? Let's see. If I go for question number 16, okay, let us go for question number 16. Question number 15, 13, 12, 12 is not necessary, 13, 15, all these are reducible equations. Question number 16, let us go for question number 16. This type of question you will again see in both stream questions. Okay, question number 16. Let us take, okay, let us take 2, not 2, let us take equation 1. Question number 1. Question number 16, number 1. The equations are given as 6 by x plus y equal to 7 by x minus y plus 3. This is your equation 1. And then equation 2 is given as 1 by 2 x plus y equals to 1 by 3 x minus y. Okay, this is equation 2. See here, they have also mentioned in the question where x plus y is not equal to 0, x minus y not equal to 0. Why this they have given? You can see here x plus y is in denominator, right? If x plus y would have been 0, then it would have become like this, 6 by 0, and anything divided by 0 is not defined. Okay, so in order to make the question defined, they have mentioned this, and x minus y would also be not be equal to 0. Okay, so now, so here also it is not a linear equation, the variables are in the denominator. First we need to make it a linear equation. So how do we make it? In order to make it to a linear equation, first let us substitute. So let 1 by x plus y is equals to a, 1 by x minus y equals to b. So what you're going to do here is, first equation 1 and 2 reduces, right? Now equation 1 and 2 reduces. It reduces to equation 1 and 2 reduces to 6a equals to 7b plus 3. So let us arrange it. It will become 6a minus 7b is equals to 3. I'll make it as equation 3. And equation 2, you can see it will become a by 2 equals to b by 3, right? So here what you can do, you can directly write here, you can find the value of a, or you can directly write it becomes 3a equals to 2b, right? 3a equals to 2b. You can, then it becomes, or you can form between equation 3a minus 2b is equals to 0. So this is the equation 4. Now you can see the equations are in the form of linear equations. The degree is 1. The power of the variables are 1. So we can solve now using the methods. So I will eliminate. I will choose elimination. Eliminating a. You can choose any method now, as you have learned all the 3 methods. So eliminating a from 3 and 4, right? So if I eliminate a from 3 and 4, my equation becomes, you can see eliminating a, here a has 6 and here a has 3. I did not choose substitution again because there are variables as coefficients. So I'll make, see, in now here in 3 it is 6 and in 4 it is 3. LCM of 6 and 3 is 6 only. LCM of 3 is 6 and 3 is 6. So I don't need to multiply anything to equation 3. So then I will write a 1 multiplied by 3, because if I multiply it by 1 it remains 7. So it will be 6a minus 7b equals to 3. But equation 2 I have to multiply by, equation 4. Look at equation 4, there is 3. So in order to make it 6, I have to multiply the equation by 2. So 2 multiplied to equation 4, I get 6a minus 4b equals to 0. 4 zeros are 2 zeros are 0. Now both the variable, a has same operators, both are positive, so they will not get cancelled. In order to get it cancelled, I have to make it negative, and this one I have to make it positive, negative, right? So 3 minus 0 is 3, minus 7b plus 4b is minus 3b, 6a and 6a will get cancelled. So what is a b? B is equals to 3 upon minus 3, that is minus 1. B is equals to minus 1. Okay, now putting the value of b in any one of the equation, let me put it. Okay, putting b equals to minus 1 in equation 4. 3a minus 2 minus 1 equals to 0. 3a plus 2 will be equal to 0, that is 3a is equals to minus 2. So a equals to minus 2 by 3. Now our solving process does not end here, because a and b was not asked to us. We were asked x and y. Okay, now what was your b? B I have used this 1 by x minus y equals to minus 1. In place of b, I will write the original one. So now here also I need to reciprocate. If I reciprocate x minus y by 1, this one will, minus 1 will be minus 1 only, it will not change. And here in place of a, what do you write? 1 by x plus y. It is minus 2 by 3. So if I write here x plus y, if I reciprocal this term this side, then same operation will be applied to the right hand side also. It becomes minus 3 by 2, right? So you can solve it from here also directly, or I can take this to the other side. So I'll take it 2x plus y equals to minus 3. So this equation will become 2x plus 2y equals to minus 3. Now you can see this equation, in this equation the variables has no coefficients. So mark the equation as 5 and this is 6. Now from 5 x equals to, you can find it out, minus 1 plus y. I'm using substitution, right? And then putting x equals to minus 1 plus y in equation 6. So it will be 2 minus 1 plus y plus 2y is equal to minus 3. It will be minus 2 plus 2y plus 2y equals to minus 3. here it will become 4y minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. Yes. Yeah. So y is the value of y is minus 1 by 4. Now if I put the value of minus y, therefore x equals to, now we already know we have x this, now we'll put it in this equation. X equals to minus 1 plus minus 1 by 4. So it will become minus 1 by 4. So you need to take the LCM. LCM will be 4 and this will become minus 4 minus 1. So your final answer is minus 5 by 4. So this is how you solve the question. Please type. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now, another question that I would like to explain is question number 17. Question number 17. Okay. So in question number 17, if you look at the equations, it is given 2 and is written as 3u minus v equals to 5uv. Okay, this is the equation 1, and we will not write it here 1. Okay, you can write 1 here only, or you may not number it. First you simplify, then you number it. Okay, so from here if you simplify it, the two equations are, one is 2u plus 3v equals to 5uv. So if you simplify, it becomes 6u minus 2v equals to 5uv. So now look here, this equation is not a linear equation. How? Because the degree is 2 here, u1 and v1, so the degree is 2 here. So you need to make it a linear equation in, you need to make it a equation in two variables with degree 1. Here also if you multiply, you will see, it's like 6v equals to 5uv. So you need to reduce these equations to linear equations because they are not linear right now. Their degree is 2. So how we can do that? We can bring this uv to the other side, divide the entire equations by, keep it as 1, keep it as 2. Okay, dividing 1 and 2 by uv. Okay, now you can write dividing 1 and 2 by uv. So it becomes 6u by uv minus 2v by uv equals to 5uv by uv. We will do focus at this term. Whatever is the term here, we will divide it by that only, the entire equations. If there is xy, we will divide by xy. If there is ab, we will divide by ab. Right? So yeah. So it becomes 6 by v minus 2 by u equals to 5. And this equation becomes 2 by v plus 6 by u is equals to 5. See students, you cannot write each and every step every time. You have to apply it. This way you will save your time also. So now again, still now they are not equations, they are not linear equations. Okay, now your degree is not 1. Here it is becoming negative. So now what you can do, you need to go to your original concept, the previous. So what you will do, let 1 by v is equals to, take anything, take x 1 by u equals to take y. Okay, so what happens, make it as 3, write it as 4, equation 3 and 4 reduces to 3 and 4, equation 3 and 4 reduces, right, reduces to, it will be 6x minus 2y is equals to 5, and the other equation becomes 2x plus 6y is equals to 5. So 5 and this is 6. Now you can use any method you would like. Till now you have learned already what to use. I mean, if you want to use here substitution, avoid substitution here also, because the variables have coefficients. Okay, so avoid substitution for calculation errors, but you may go for elimination method. That will serve your purpose very easily. Just remember, while eliminating, whether you need to add the equations or you need to subtract. If the signs are opposite, then just add it, and if the signs are same, then subtract it. Also, don't forget to make the coefficient of the variables same. Okay, up you will solve it on your own. Okay, so these were the different type of questions. Again, one type of question that is left is that which you can solve. We will not use any one of them, any of the methods. We will just simply add and subtract. Question number 14, this is a special type of question. Question number 14, if you can see number 1, let us go with number 1 only. 65x minus 33y is equals to 97. Okay, and here 33x minus 65y is equals to 1. So if you observe the equations carefully, you can see in the first equation coefficient of x is 65, whereas in the second equation coefficient of y is 65. Similarly with y also, in first equation y coefficient is minus 33, in the second equation coefficient of x is 33. Okay, the coefficients are the same, just the operators are different. So in this type of questions we will number it first 1 and 2. We will first add it. Just try to remember the steps process. You will easily get the answer of these questions. It's very simple. No need to apply any method. Don't apply cross multiplication, don't apply elimination, don't apply substitution. Just use this, it will make it more easier. Equation 1 plus equation 2. Okay, if we do equation 1 plus equation 2, what it will be like this now, 65x minus 33y. I'll write the equations equals to 97, and then below I will write 33x minus 65y equals to 91, or equals to 1. Now if I add it, there is no change in sign, plus, so it will become 97 plus 1, 98. This will become 98y negative, and this will become 98x. Okay, so see now all the coefficient of x, y, 98, the constant term is also 98. So you can divide the entire equation by, if you take 98 common here, it becomes 98x minus y equals to 98. So your x minus y will be 98 upon 98, that will give you 1. So term this as equation 3. Now we will subtract. Once we have added, and now we will subtract 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2 is 65x minus 33y is equals to 97. 33x minus 65y is equals to 1. Now now we will be subtracting. So if we subtract, the sign changes because negative sign. So negative, this is positive, so it becomes negative, and here it already negative, so it will become positive. So here it will become negative. So 91 minus 97 minus 96, and now 65 minus 33. 5 minus 3 is 2. 32y. It will be plus because 65 is bigger. Again 65 minus 32, it will be again 32x. You can see you can take 32 common. In this case 32x plus y is equals to 96. Now x plus y will be 96 by 32. So 36, now it is 3 times, okay, so 3. Now these equations are reduced to now you can use elimination or substitution, anything you can use after this. But first you need to make it simpler equations, okay. The same goes applies, then solve it, using anything. Find x and y, find x and y, okay. Same will be applied to equation 14 2 also. 14 question number 2 is same, just you need to understand the concept, how to attempt it. See students, your approach is very important. The way you approach to attempt the question will determines how much time you will save or how much time you will extra time you will invest, okay. So you need to be very careful while choosing which method to apply. It's not just about I like elimination, so I'll go for elimination in every question, or I like cross multiplication, I will use cross multiplication in every. So your smartness in choosing the type of method in solving a particular problem will save you time, and when you save time then you get more time to attempt other questions. So time management is again very important. So I hope you have understood all the three methods, okay. So in my next video I'll continue with exercise 5b, I mean the linear equations. The statement problems, I'll begin it and I'll try to form the equations of the questions which are a bit difficult, okay. Thank you for being so patient, I mean, and watching it. It's not only it will try to practice it. If you have understood, then practice. This will help you a lot. Thank you.